Japan lost? Wait, I thought that Japan like the fucking super soldiers. They were doing Project Blue Lock. What happened? Brazil again at halftime? Damn. That's tragic. Oh, I see the score. Brazil 2, Japan 1. What's more painful, that news or the news about Supergirl? Man. 68 million global box office. Lower than Flash and Morbius. I'm missing too many key players? Really? The news about Supergirl right now. Oh, by the way, in the future, I'm me combining chats. So we're not there yet, but there's a program that my boy Mega told me about. I'm gonna actually try and use that program and combine chats together. A. B. Apparently, Supergirl just flopped in the box office over the weekend. Now, I'm starting to realize that maybe part of the reason why is because of the World Cup going on, where folks didn't care to watch Supergirl because the World Cup was happening. And is happening, and so because of that, like the timing is poor, potentially. But Supergirl, Rhaenyra Targaryen, did not perform well in the box office. Okay, absolutely not, bro. Yeah, so it only needs 400 million. Well, the production budget was 170 million, according to what I'm seeing Culture Crave, and the Supergirl opens up to a 68 million global box office. So. Right now, it's like on pace to meet its production value, dude. Oof. Okay, so, first of all, how is everyone doing today? How we feeling? How we moving? We doing all right? Here for some Hunter X Hunter, baby. Yeah, guys, goddamn right, son. Also, I did change we have an updated thumbnail for the One Punch Man chapters. They've been updated, so that's good. And it's I decided to settle with my girl Suiko. Excellent. We took one of the cover pages and we made it to like a thumbnail for the One Punch Man chapters. It's very Gooner friendly. It's amazing, honestly. Damn, it's not even breaking even. Yeah, it's not breaking even, bro. Yeah, it's not breaking even. So Supergirl has not been performing well, but. We can't say the same thing about our good old boy, Togashi! Look at this right here. Bro, what is that? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Nah. Oh, Jesus. Oh my good lord, dude. Isn't that Kurapika's homeboy? Like, that's Kurapika's friend. I forgot his name. The dude that got killed a while back when the Kurta Clan massacre happened. Yeah, it's him. That's him. But this involved the Phantom Troop. But now I'm starting to wonder, was like Seri the one that like was the fourth prince of the Kaken Empire? Sarainik the one that hit up the Phantom Troop to go in there get their eyes? Some shit, dude. Bro. Hiatus has temporarily entered production phase. Bro. But when it's in this phase, it is one of the best of all time. Actually, I did a video too. My boy's editing it right now. About Hunter x Hunter versus One Piece. Because there's been a debate about how Hunter x Hunter would be just as good or would rival One Piece if Hunter x Hunter was out on a weekly basis. It's actually a pretty long video. So I have a lot to say about that subject, honestly. I really do. My thoughts have changed, actually, over the course of the years. They really have. No, I'm not TCB. So normally, I mean, that's what I'm reading on Monday. Normally, Hunter x Hunter chapters are notorious for not being such good quality for the scanlations, and I tend to focus on the Viz version, the official version for Hunter x Hunter chapters. When I roll through my when I roll through a lot of content, I tend to do it that way. Okay. If he keeps with this consistency schedule with 10 chapters every 2 years, they'll take it. Yeah. I mean, the problem is that what he needs to really do is that, because according to Togashi himself, he said specifically that he knew where his back problems were coming from. Okay. Yeah, I did recaps, Philly. Look at the channel. They're right there. There's 2 recaps. But Philly, they're very long streams. Okay? They're very long. They're not anything to be scoffed at. The second one is shorter, like I think 3 hours. The first one's like 5.5 hours, bro. But either way. So the issue is that even though Togashi says that he's aware, he knows why he has the back issues, the problem is that he may still be in a rhythm or in a mindset where he's accustomed to his current scheduling for Hunter x Hunter, where like he comes out whenever he feels like it's right. He's not trying to get back into the muck of things so readily, and he's willing to just kind of take a step back. So that's the issue, where it's like, I feel like for Togashi, he's accustomed to his current hiatus mode, and he's not trying to go back to his 2000s mode. He's older, he has children to take care of, he's not focused on, hey, let me lock in 2000s mode and get this done. Which is why I think that, honest to God, Hunter x Hunter should end after we reach the Kaken Empire stuff. We go to the continent. Like, this should be the last arc of Hunter x Hunter. This may need a video. This should be the last arc of Hunter x Hunter. And then there should be his neck condition, exactly. And then there should be a sequel arc, or there should be a sequel story that someone else is in charge of the artwork, right? Like in the same way where you have JJK and JJK Modulo, there should be a Hunter x Hunter Modulo, all right? And it should be starring Jin Freaks, just flat out. The way things are moving right now, Gon's story is kind of done. And you can argue, okay, well, maybe in the future he could just leave Gon alone. Maybe this, I think, will require a video too in the future, maybe. But I feel like it's way better if Togashi just did it in that capacity, where I was like, hey, let's just save Hunter x Hunter, the franchise, by stopping Hunter x Hunter after we're done with the current Kaken Empire stuff. We leave Gon, Kurapika, Killua, and Leorio alone. And then we focus on Jin Freaks and maybe even Pariston and Beyond Taro and those guys as we explore the Dark Continent East area, okay? And they're the main characters. Because there's so much content that can be done with the Dark Continent, I don't see why we need to have Hunter continue from that point, okay? But Gon has to meet with Gyro. Gyro can happen in a sequel, or it can happen in the sequel. But Hunter x Hunter should be left alone, I think. And I think, honestly, does Gon have to meet Gyro, actually? Does that have to happen? Gon has to, like, relearn Nano kind of stuff. But the idea is simple. When Gege ended JJK, another artist, Yuji, took over. And he did JJK Modulo. Have someone else do the same thing for Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter Modulo should be another artist. Yes, it needs to happen. It can happen in the sequel. Or I may just say, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, they will meet. Sure. They will meet. But that's just we have to see this meeting. And if they do meet, what the hell's that even gonna be about? Think about it. Like, what could the meeting between Gon and Gyro possibly have any value for like the Dark Continent shit? Come on. Like, let's say at the end of this arc, we cut back to Gon and Killua and they're meeting with Gyro. What comes of it, I have no idea. But you can have that end that way. Again, the problem is that it's all about the rate of production. Togashi's rate of production is dog shit. This made sense when Togashi was doing weekly chapters like everybody else. But Hunter x Hunter, we're getting 10 chapters every 3 years. Nah, we ain't. Nah, champ. No, that's not even the mud, bro. That's not even the mud. Like, we might as well be on break. We might as well be on like this is it's a droplet in a massive pond. It makes no sense. Hey, much love for the several months, DK. Peak is back. True, baby. But yeah, so like there are things I want absolutely without question. I do want things. But realistically speaking, I would say every plot point that has to be addressed for the mainline story of Hunter x Hunter. So let's say whether it's the full flashback of the spiders, right? Or let's say it's the stuff involving Gon and Gyro. Let's say it's like whatever else has to be addressed, we address it now. But like we have this shit address the Kurta clan shit. We have fuck it. If the fam troop die in this arc, all of them. It can be done. Like, what other plot points could there be? Hisoka, Kurapika team up and they take out Saraynik and also the Phantom Troop. They deal with the Haley Mafia family that are going crazy right now. Benny Boy wants to, let's say, maybe another prince is able to like deal with the Phantom Troop some house away. Maybe we resolve the situation, let's say, involving Lumi and Kalto too. Who the hell knows? Like, it can be done. You guys can see it, right? Like, you guys can see how you can have a lot of the major storylines, things that were addressed in the future. I mean, in the past, they could be just this arc. No Dark Continent, it will be missed. Bro, the stuff of the Dark Continent is what matters the most right now in the story, I think, because that's gonna be probably the longest leg of journey we're gonna see in the series. But we can't have Gon as the main character at that point in time. I mean, Khan is he's not the main character now. It's Kurapika. Either way, I'm saying, honest to God, without question, we have to have main characters change up. Come the end of this arc, and you might as well just end Hunter x Hunter. End Hunter x Hunter and have new main characters moving forward. It makes the most sense. Hold up. I'll do it later. All right. That's what I think. So, on that note, now I give you my thoughts, comments, and concerns. Okay. Ending is crazy, Sunny. What are the odds Togashi can actually start doing weekly chapters again? Come on. If he can, fine. But either way. So, on that note, Seri Saraynik with a crazy cover. Oof. Looks ghastly. Looks very ghastly. With Kurapika's old friend back in the day. Now, knowing Togashi, we're going right into it, man. We're not even like trying to do a recap. Fuck that shit. So I'm guessing this, okay, based on how we have a call between Balsam Minko and Benny Boy, this is probably when Hulkenberg is either dead or he's dying. And then Balsam Minko reported to Benjamin that he had just done the deed. However, Hulkenberg has a play where the play is to revive his body by having his soul return to his body, and his body that was dead because of the virus will now come back to life. 1, 2 is that you trick Benjamin, and we saw in the last chapter, remember, right? In the last chapter, we had this infamous page or this infamous panel right here. All right. So the dragon dude of the Zodiacs looked at Benjamin. Benjamin looking very pale, apparently. There's no problem at all. Benjamin looking very intense in that shot. And it looks like Benjamin may have actually contracted the virus. He's even talking about in the last chapter how even if he dies, his son will take over. As long as he wins the succession battle, then his son can take over as king. Now, there's going to probably be a string of a lot of deaths among the princes. We'll see how it rolls in terms of, if actually he'll succeed, but he's aiming to try and blitzkrieg through all the princes and just kill them, okay? And for him, of course, his major threat was Hulkenberg. He viewed Hulkenberg as the primary threat. But Hulkenberg made a play on him. So we'll see. Yeah. Benny Boy game, he got pressed by Dragon, looking quite pale. No problem at all. So that's the recap, and thank God we did recaps on the kind of stuff, because again, it's very important to reread what the fuck is going on in Hunter x Hunter. Because if you don't, you're kind of cooked. All right, so here we go. Ninth Prince Hulkenberg's funeral procession will depart here at 1 p.m. and is scheduled to arrive at the Tier 1 funeral hall at 2 p.m. The will stated that the princes will be exempt from the farewell send-off in consideration of the succession battle. So, Hulkenberg is very popular among the masses, but because of the battle between the princes, they will not be allowed to go down. Number 2, Fugetsu went down to level 2 because of her powers, and that was a big deal. They had to rally around her. They had to have the Ministry of Justice pull up there too, the court boys. Just by a princess going down to a lower level, that was a big deal. All right, that was a very big deal. This is a 5-hour flashback, and probably is, but yeah, because this is a flashback from one of the time. Because during the competition between Bork, I think her name is Bork, and Morena, the car competition, martial law across the entire ship was enforced. So martial law being Benny Boy, okay? Benny Boy making a move now. Hey, much of the membership, Ziz, appreciate it, bro. Theory: what if Fourth Prince will use the Holly family to get another net power, and as a prince, he has access to kill other princes more easier. That's just a pretty good idea. If he knows that they can do that, A. And then B, if they're able to actually counter his disease that he got, or the virus that he got, with that new power. Like, okay, so he's able to, what is it? Like, Morena said that the power that someone has, like the power that she can give them, can provide for her. So once you kill a prince, according to the Morena game system of the Holly family, once you kill a prince, it's worth like 50 points. I think it's like 50 points or 100 points, something like that. Well, no, I think it's 50 points. And if you kill a Nen user, it's 20 points. But the aim is to get to 100 points so you can be your own spreader of the disease. Aoli, how's it going, bro? Good. We're gonna read through some on our chapter real quick, okay? So I'm just giving like a kind of recap. It's like what was going on, you know, as to like how we're in the situation right now. So once again, the will stated that the princes will be exempt from farewell send-off in consideration of this such a battle. I shall return after his personal guards have been disbanded and resign below tier 2. Well done. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah. So Balsam Minko is actually Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg could also use the people of, he can also use the Nen of his civilian followers in lower floors to do his inescapable arrow. And his arrow can also cut through walls as well. Shit is crazy. Okay. Now, oh yeah. Now for this camp right here, this camp, Fugetsu's camp, the Olympus Fugetsu, they believe that the Nen beast of Lazarus, is he the Seventh Prince? Yeah, they believe that the Seventh Lazarus, his Nen beast, has inflicted her with some sort of condition, disease, virus, whatever you call it, and then she's losing a lot of lifespan at this point in time. Like, her life force is weakening, where she's like actively imposing some sort of Zetsu. And then weak spirits and ghouls are like now attaching to her. So, what's one with the Pompadour? What's the guy's name with the Pompadour in the Hunter? Among the hunters? I forgot his name. The guy that gave her the charm. One of the hunters gave her a charm to fend off the Basho thing. Yes. Basho gave her a charm. So, you know, it was a charm for good luck and goodwill and good health. So that charm can hold off the progression of her condition, but not for long, obviously. So, once again, how is the Empress Fugetsu sleeping sound? No wonder. She needs to rest until she recovers enough to wake up on her own. Am I the one making her spend excess energy? Listen to me. Never think that way. Fugetsu needs you. She won't last without you. Interesting. The Nen Beast needs energy. Because right now, this is Kacho's Nen Beast. But if is Kacho's Nen Beast actually, that's interesting. I didn't, okay. I thought it was acting independently more so, but maybe it does Fugetsu's energy. Okay. Whether 9th Prince Hulkenberg got himself killed or was assassinated by 1st Prince Benjamin, his funeral will be grand and solemn as not to offend people. We'll wait and see. And see until the funeral is over and hope it ends smoothly. Meanwhile, we should prepare ourselves for whatever comes next. Like Mark 1. Oh my God, dude! Look at that thin ass panel. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. When Togashi does these panels like this, be concerned. Because holy shit. All right. Yeah, we're trying to conserve as much space as possible. Thin panel, transitioning in time. We have room. Whose room is this? We have a room. We have a mean mugger right here. Wait, no, hold on. What the fuck? Mean face, this dude, mugging himself in the damn fucking mirror. Takes a tissue, wipes his face, removes his makeup. Back to default settings. What the fuck? Nah, that's crazy. All right, so this dude right here went back to factory settings and then puts on makeup, liner, everything, and boom, is all of a sudden the baddie. Trap card. Oh, it's a chick? Wait, didn't they put on a wig on? No. But that's a wig. Okay, I forgot. Camilla had a lot of guys that worked for her, and we saw like a whole, like 23 of them. I forgot if this was what they looked at before or after. I forget entirely. Whatever. You know, I'll take the cancel. Either way, they're going over a makeup. They're going over. They're changing their appearance for some sort of op. Obviously. Oh my, that's some makeover. You've gone senile, Granley. This is who I really am, and and the other one is my persona as captain. Oh, just keep telling yourself that. The Ninth Prince's death has greatly altered the situation. Are you still going with the plan? Yes. Finding and exercising, finding the exorcist is necessary. So I want to expose them ASAP. Well, exorcist. Hold on. Are you actually part of the maid crew above, or are you like, no, you're a different type of maid? The maids that are in first floor are Eastern themed. You're Western themed. So what the fuck's going on right now? Finding the exorcist is necessary, so I want to expose them ASAP. It's better if there aren't any, but we have to assume there is a search. We have to assume there is and search accordingly. We need to tailor our response to the type of exorcist we find. An exorcist. The maid work for the queens, I remember. Is it for the queens? Actually, you could be. Maybe you're right. I forget here. Because I know that Woble's mom, she has Eastern themes maids. Maybe it's not all of them, though. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you know, we'll see. How many, one of Camille's subordinates, remember, they're trying to curse all princes with Nen? Yeah, she did say that. How many days do you need to accumulate the curse for the 14th prince? Camilla, you right. You right. A whole week. If we're in different rooms, I can't see them. If I get lucky and they let their guard down, and I get close enough, I'll kill her on the spot. Christ. In that case, have Kako take over me. Okay, here. Hold on. There was a grandma among all of her maids? There's no shot. I forgot entirely. Really? All right, so we're back at Kurapika. 14 princess areas. It's time to. These are the guys that are learning Nen. Guys already know Nen. A maid that's there. Oh, yeah, she's in there. Or them. I can't say she. Let me say them. They. Kurapika. Yeah, you see? Like, Oito has Eastern theme maids. Yo, dude. Imagine coming back to this 2 years deep and you're like, wait, what the fuck? Imagine you coming out of this raw. Like, you like, fuck it, dude. Nah, you cooked. Workshop, second round, current participants is 18. Okay, so it's dwindled, okay? Based on the results of the previous rounds, a peculiarity of participants requesting we continue with lessons, I've decided to increase the class size and split it into an introductory class and a beginner class. Okay. So we have more folks are coming in. Okay. That makes sense. A lot more maids too. I will have the intro class be able to use Nen within 2 weeks. That's my guarantee, just like last time. Which one of us watches over the intro class? You, of course. The prince thinks you need to. I mean, the prince thinks you need it. Are you sure you don't need a primer? No. Seriously, you need it. I promised the beginner class that you will master the basics of one of the 4 exercises per week. Furthermore, in the intro class only, I plan to allow an extra student per prince for the princes whose agendas align with ours. With ours, right? You have to align with Prince Wobble, Camp Wobble, Camp Oito. If you don't, fuck off. So that means that the third prince who align with Kirby's camp, that's Zhang, and then Tupac, fifth prince, they align. They're making deals. They've made deals with the 14 camp. Please confirm over the phone whether they desire to fill the extra slot. The beginner class will be a month long, but you can drop out any time, of course. The basics of the 4 exercises in 1 month, that's an unthinkable pace under normal training, but it's not impossible with the literal kickstart to the process. If the section battle continues for another month, the beginners will become bona fide Nen users. They would no longer be defenseless cannon fodder. He's increased the number of recruits in addition to equalizing military strength. I'll spread out the guards in the other princes' quarters and induce the succession battle as a whole towards a more defensive contest. Okay, so what that means is that they're trying to bolster, or they're trying to Benny boys are trying to fortify their positions within each of the prince's quarters. So when they do start learning Nen after, let's say, a month or so, because I believe it's 2 weeks for them to get to the refueling station, and then another 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get to the new continent on the outskirts of the human world. It's something like that. Oh my God, dude. We haven't even reached the refueling station yet, dude. This is crazy. Love, appreciate. Bro, we haven't even reached the refueling station. Haven't done that yet, dude. We still gotta refuel. How is this possible? Okay. 2 months total before the day? Okay, yes, fair enough. So you watch your catch-up stream? Yeah. Watch the catch-up streams before we get this, because obviously we're going to be doing Hunter x Hunter. Every chapter that drops will be there, without question, okay? So, once again, he's increasing the number of recruits in addition to equalizing military strength. It'll spread out the guards in the other prince's quarters, I should say, and induce the succession battle as a whole towards a more defensive contest. Much of the $5 is appreciated, bro. I wonder, with so many new Nen users being born here, it will allow people to have groups to form up for the Dark Continent journey. For the Dark Continent journey, probably not. Because the thing about it is that all the Prince stuff is focused on the new continent, right? Beyond the tarot shit, remember, okay? Most of the princes believe, or they should believe, I think, that the outskirts to the human world is the Dark Continent. But that's not the real Dark Continent. In the recap, we read that according to the plan of the Zodiacs, they're going to get off in the outskirts of the human world continent, the fake Dark Continent, and then there's going to be another ship they take to get to the borders of the Dark Continent waters, where there they have to check in with some sort of guardian dude, and then from there they can go into Dark Continent waters. So they have to, so most of the civilians, well, all of them actually, and even the princes won't be on that ship. It should probably just be beyond the tarot, the Zodiacs, like most of them, or at least some of them. Of course, Parasite and Jin, duh, those fucking beasts. And then, yes, none. They're gonna take a different ship to go to the Dark Continent. It won't be the Black Widow Mark 1. All right, so this is Bellerante. Mr. Belair, Hunter, 13th Princess Guard, right. Don't people get murdered during the previous workshop and they still haven't found who did it? Will we be safe this time? Honestly, I don't know, but I don't think they'll go after you. Do let me know. Do let me know right away if you see a girl in a mask. Mermaids. Okay, here we go. Does it feel like your skin has cleared up and my shoulders are less stiff? I know. Oh my God. I still get tired, but I feel more energized. The fucking uses of Nen, baby. Yeah. This is, her name is what now? Okay, this is Iladria. You know, Iladria. Okay, I think, or Iladia. Or Iladria. Yes, I'm saying Iladria. 11th Princess Servant, beginner class. This is, Ladocious. Yeah? I think so. 11th Princess Servant, beginner class. So we have beginners who actually have Nen. They awaken their Nen because of, you know, the stealth dolphin and so on. They're realizing, oh shit, like we're looking pretty good right now. What the fuck? We're feeling pretty damn good. Yeah, them Nen benefits. 6th Queen Seiko keeps denying it, but if the soldiers try to seal the area, then 10th Prince Kacho is no longer, shh, we just do as we told. Okay. So this is Rockali. Okay. This is Rockali, 10th Prince Servant. She's 10th Princess Servant. She has no class. She's not an intro. She's not beginner, nothing. And this is Yuri, 10th Princess Servant, beginner class. Okay. Yapping. If the extra person we're bringing is a guard like Gatiu, it must mean Nen is that powerful? Yes. 7th Prince Lazarus desires to watch and wait until the trouble with the mafia is settled down. This grace period is a great opportunity for us. We're with 2nd Queen Duzal now, but no matter which prince becomes king, all of us will face restructuring. Gaining this skill will significantly impact our options. Okay, so this man's gonna think about the long haul, okay? If they can survive, no matter which prince wins, they're going to allocate to a new guard, or they're going to be allocated to that prince in some way. And if you know Nen, it's only going to benefit your prospects in the future. It's like, let's say someone that has a high school diploma versus a master's degree, you know? It's like, okay, obviously with the master's degree, you're going to be better situated to have more job prospects than, let's say, a guy that has only high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? It's the same energy there. This is Sabito, 7th Prince Guard, beginner class. Yeah, it would be and it would be valuable to get in contact with 2nd Prince Camilla's personal guard here. This is Javidi? I think so. 7th Prince Guard. So once again, Lazarus making some moves here with his boys. Though again, he may have been the one to, I forget if he actually confirmed it or not, but he may be the one to actually do what he did to Fugetsu. At least his Nen Beast did. The Needler. Yeah, bro, smart. She's one of the maids, right? She could be a spy. 14th Prince Wobble is in the master bedroom. I'm closer than I thought. I might be able to get my hands on something she used, so 5 days may be enough. Oh. Is that how the curse works? She gets her hands, or they get their hands on something. Yeah, like they get their hands on something that pertains to Wobble. Like Wobble ate something, or Wobble drank something, or Wobble used a toy. And then once they find that toy, then they can begin the cursing process to curse Prince Wobble. Yeah, voodoo shit. Man. Voodoo, bro? Look at her name, dude. Sarah Hell. Okay. Sarah Hell. Fucking Christ. 2nd Prince, she's captain of the guards. God damn. More people. Along with the joint declaration of surrender with 5th Princess Tuba, this is a strategy to induce chaos and defend via obfuscation. This is 10th Tori, yeah. 3rd Prince's personal guard, beginner class. Well, there are levels to this, man. It's unwise to reduce personnel in room 1003 any further, Your Highness. We could always invite Prince Wobble's party to dinner after the workshop is over. Yeah, dinner, right? We'd rather not have to report to 1st Prince Benjamin that we become good friends? I've been waiting for this answer. The Mafia will take care of the armed conflict in the end anyway. Maybe. You don't know, bro. Like, oh, they'll handle it, and then out of nowhere, here comes the, the Phantom Troop, like, yo, we see the first floor? Remember, Kurolo said that he wanted, and mind you, Kurolo said this shit with gusto. He said with gusto. Let's call this gusto, okay? Kurolo's like, yo, we want all of the sacred treasures of the Kaken Empire. We want all of them. All 3 of them. That's what we trying to get. Full stop. So they still are going to be bandits, and they're still going to try and steal the Kagen Empire's treasures. Yes. He's just, Kurolo's just slightly a little more motivated than usual. That's it. Slightly. Only slightly. The Mafia will take care of the armed conflict in the end anyway. I don't need to share the special ability with any more rivals in this rat race. I understand. I'll leave things to us. Sakata is here anyway. We could get him to take the class. I may be prepared to use Nen, but I'm still basically powerless against First Prince Benjamin's personal guards. All I can do is keep improving myself and highlight our collaboration with Zhang Li to Benjamin. Benjamin's personal guards must have noticed the appearance of 5th Prince Tubipa's Nen Beast. This will act as a deterrent for a while. In the meantime, we'll invite Kurapika over for training. I can't be choosy if the prince is in danger. So this is Mayor, 5th Prince's captain of guards beginner class. Jesus Christ, man. Tubipa's she's making moves too. Kurapika, Hulkenberg is dead. Yo, dude. That's why it's going to be like, if his plan works, you know that one meme of the black guy who's in a coffin in the back of a truck in the middle of the highway, and he gets out of the coffin, starts like dancing? It's like, yeah, okay. It's like Hulkenberg gonna be doing that kind of shit. He's gonna have the coffin, open that shit up, boom. I thought you were dead. I died in body, but not in spirit. Woo! Hey! And like the intro of Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be crazy. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. And the fact that Hulkenberg with the Pillar Men, yes, exactly. Hey, says again, appreciate. Do you think if he does steal any and he wants to upgrade his book, how strong do you think he will get? Also, would the items in the book stop the war temporarily? That's only if they know. Remember this, okay? Right now, on the ship, there is some kind of crazy mechanical high-tech mechanism that is able to track the prince's deaths, like genuine deaths, I believe. So when Momose died, you can see her in a coffin, and then like a flame lights up. I'm assuming that applied to when Kacho died, and of course when Sail died, because he was right there, so they have his body. Kacho's body's off the ship, but I'm pretty sure it still applies for her too. So my guess here is that mechanism is still going to be active no matter what. Where this the ship is their battleground, and no matter what, by the time they have to reach the new continent, only 1, maybe 2 princes will be alive. That's it. That's it. So it could maybe put it to a hold, but not permanently. It'd be very sad if Wobble died. But this is my boy. This is my boy right here. This is my nigga. This is my boy. Hulkenberg. He's, though, to be fair, There is one also major X factor too we have to consider. Of course, Sarai Nick. Sarai Nick could just get to the point where he's just so good with his Nen, it just doesn't matter. Like he's able to see the future. Cats get duped. He has 2 Nen beasts. They run around and start killing. Like they start murking niggas and shit. Like fuck. Okay. So we'll have to wait and see. Honestly, maybe no prince wins. That'll be an interesting prospect too. Don't make no mistake. Either way, the prince whom I'd hope to make my stepping stone to connect with the Sarai Nick. We never found out the secret to the ability that produced that tremendous rumbling. He didn't die of illness. He must have been assassinated. And right before the trial with Benjamin, it's obvious but there won't be any proof. I'm not keen on it, but I must consider using the truth of his death as a starting point to instigate the general public into chaos. Bro, Kurapika is thinking like big time right now. Kurapika wants to start an all-out riot on the ship to ensue a stalemate. That's fucking and risky. That's very risky. Because if this ship if the ship cannot function properly and things go haywire, they could all die. Except for, like, of course, the real Apex niggas, like, you know, Jin, Parison, Beyond, so on. He was different from the higher princes and a symbol of hope for the lower princes. Just having his personal guards in the room produced the right amount of tension mixed with a sense of security. Now that it's gone, I wanted to stoke the uncertainty felt by the higher ranked princes, even if doing so increases risk. But no other prince would want to send more than their people to room 1014. Exactly. I'm Gripper. Sure. Assigned to tier 1 to replace Borkson. Is there anything to take note of for taking on Moonhand's role? Yeah, don't die. If more of us get killed, the prince won't stay silent, and he'll start blaming me. And just when his attention has been pulled away from me. Crazy shit. So we'll begin we'll begin with 9 in the intro class and 9 in the beginner class. Divide into 2 groups. Mermaids? I'd rather be here than keep taking the 6 bitch abuse. They're not Tyson fans. Uh-oh. I don't like it, but anything to help the 6th queen, Seiko. Let's work hard. This is Lizura, 10th prince servant. Okay. If I can really get superhuman powers, I'll be more useful for 11th prince Fugetsu. I'll be able to fight too. This is Tony Easter. Okay. 11th prince servant. Grippy, right? I'm scared. I don't want to do this. I want to go back to my room. Well, you're here now. This is Naipe, 13th prince's servant. Just focus on learning Nen, huh? Yes, avoid going off on your own. Waiting it out is the way for us to safely secure, to safely and surely improve our status. Got to 7th Prince's guards. Also, I just read something too. So one of Camilla's bitches right here, right? She is trying to curse Wobble. Wobble's Nen Beast, I don't think we've seen anything yet from his Nen Beast. Like what it looks like, what it's trying to do. We have no idea. And Wobble's a young kid. So my guess here is that even if she tries to curse Wobble, then Nen's going to somehow block that shit. Like, what are you talking about? Activate. Stop. No curses here. Done. Purified. Ooh. Wobble could get some sort of purification ability. I wonder. Ooh, that's kind of fire, actually. Wasn't 13 Mariam? Wobble was a girl. Oh, sure. Fair enough. Yeah. I forget. Yeah. What was a girl? I forgot which. Let me see. I forgot which Prince Mariam face worked under. I forget. Humph. You mean you, not us. The prince is dying. Seventh prince is dying? The prince, the princes, I should say. There we go. The princes keep dying, and our target is a freaking baby. How long could this take? What idiot would pass up this chance? It's a path to a sure promotion. This guy, yeah. If the snake charmer is among us and attacks another one of Cyranic's personal guards, we may go to court. This is there. Oh yeah, true. So the two guards the two guys that came to this room that died were Cyranic's boys. Yeah. That's why this guy right here, he works for Sari. He's one of Sari's dudes. If the snake charmer is among us and attacks another one of Cyranic's personal guards, we may go to court. Is there a slight possibility Cyranik would appear himself? Those in the intro class, clasp your hands any way you want. For the beginner class, I'm passing out a black piece of paper. Here we go. Oh boy. Bro, yo, you're third prince. Don't fuck it up, okay? Can I say something? I'm Slaka, affiliated with Second Queen Duzal. Slaka, Third Prince's Guard. I want to join the intro class. Huh? What's he thinking? I don't mind. Affiliated with Queen Duzal, so you're Second Prince's Camilla Royal Guard? No, Third Prince's Zhang Li's Guard. If I'm going to stand here, I might as well learn something. Yo, who the fuck is Muir? What the? Wait, hold on. Who? Where's that come from? This guy's nigga's strong. Oh wait, no, that's the same dude that works for Sari. Yo, why is this shot this guy? Why does he look so detailed in the shot? What? I'm sorry. What happened to this nigga? What the? Wait, whoa. Hold up. Homeboy looked like this before. He looked like this. Then out of fucking nowhere, his whole energy changed up. Who the fuck is that? That's crazy. Ayo, Ziz, what's your $5 again? I think the Nen Beast could be OP because it's master as a baby, so no limits. And maybe because of something else. Maybe. He locked in too hard, dude. He thragged it up, edge up and everything, the eyebrows. Shit, look, bro, look at him. Bro, come on. This is the face that Blackbeard makes every time he sees an opportunity. Every time he sees someone's back. Like, look at his face, dude. Nah. You're looking like he's like wipey or some shit. That's crazy. Oh my God, bro. All right. You make my heart burn. And just fucking. Okay. Zhang Li, a watchdog for a lower ranked prince. Left his post? That's unthinkable. Is he here monitoring to gain something important? If they're going to leave us out of the loop, we should reconsider the treaty. Damn. You idiots. Yeah. You idiots. So, okay, Third Prince 2. You're giving them unnecessary information. Is he trying to destroy the ship is he trying to destroy the ship we're trying to build? Huh? Fuck, dude. Fuck. Someone stands with the Third Prince hardcore. But remember, he's second Prince affiliate. He's second Queen. He's a guard for the Third Prince, but the Third Prince's mom isn't the second Queen. It's the third Queen. So he's making a play for the third Queen. I mean, for second Queen, probably. Look at him. Heh, bastard. He's doing this on purpose. What is he doing? Last time they took advantage of me being hands off and snuck around making backroom deals. If they're keeping this information on Nen that could sway the such a battle all to themselves, I ain't playing along with this. We're all buddies. Charade. Okay. I'm not playing along with this. We're all buddies charade. Okay. Kurapika knows. Good grief. As some of you may have noticed, he's here under special circumstances to find out important information on Nen that could affect the results of the battle for succession. Now is a good time. Now, he just started saying it. Okay, Kurapika. He sees what's going on with this bullshit. Fuck that. Once again, he's here under special circumstances to find out important information on Nen that could affect the results of the battle for succession. Now is as good a time as any for the announcement. I'd like to talk about it right here, right now. So fuck it. Again, whatever it takes to induce the stalemate. Fuck it. Spread the word. And the results? Oh. Wait, hold on. That's not a good idea. You were going to use information to your advantage. Is that what you mean? I'm afraid it's not that kind of information. Huh? My wording seems to have caused misunderstanding. I apologize. I'm sorry it was possible to interpret it. I'm sorry it was possible to interpret it. Wait, hold on. What am I saying right now? Wait, let me just hold on. Time out. Let's bring it back for a second. Take a swig of some green tea. Okay. I'm back. I'm sorry it was possible to interpret what I said to mean only the prince who had information would benefit. Okay, let me see here. Huh? Wait a minute. How else are we supposed to interpret? How else are we supposed to take? How else are we supposed to take it? Allow me to explain. Here we go. Lock in. On this ship, we're in the middle of a succession battle to determine the next king of Kaken. And I won't say abhorrent, but it's not abhorrent. An aberrant process where the sole survivor inherits the throne, which begs the basic question, why go to such lengths? The cause they're fighting for, needless to say, is for the prosperity of the nation, Kaken, a king to lead more than 1 billion people. The ritual to facilitate this decision has a more than adequate mandate to go to such lengths. Nen further maximize the results and validation of the ritual. That's how it all began. Jesus Christ. The use of a Nen ability with its vows, limitations, empowered the leadership of the next king because they triumphed through such a brutal competition. It virtually guarantees prosperity for the next generation. Nen is that powerful. When I say vows, limitations, binding vows, when I say vows, limitations, this is a key aspect of Nen. Yeah. So he's actually kind of admitting that his Nen actually has vows. When Nen is brought to bear using strict rules that put people at great risk, the power of the effect is multiplied exponentially. The act of sacrificing the lives of kin down to a single successor demonstrates considerable determination and carries the risk of wiping out the entire clan. That makes the Nen exponentially more powerful. And that's the level of determination required to demonstrate the intent of going through the ritual. We've only reached the second phase of this process. Jesus. There are 4 phases of the ritual. There are 4 phases of this ritual, which, powered by Nen, make up the battle for succession. Dedication and prayer to the gods. Making an offering to the gods. A celebration of the spirits of the dead. Theocracy, the unity of state, sacrifice, and governance. Pray for the nation. So we have a pray for the national prosperity and pledge a vow. Sacrifice the lives of kin as testaments to their commitment. Gather together the bodies of the princes who died. He knows, dude. He knows about the crazy fucking like area they have by the princes. But again, Kacho's body is not there. I think if the bodies matter specifically, not the soul per se, then you could argue that Kacho, because like the hands that were reaching out towards her could be the case where they want her soul more than her body, ideally, right? So gather together the bodies of the princes who died and form a sacred energy convergence. With the massive power generated, administer the affairs of state. It's critical that the succession proceeds the way it does. Without these risks, the new leadership would lack the necessary power for governance, meaning sufficient nen to maintain the spirit beast of a king worthy to lead the people of Kaken. My God. Holy shit, dude. This going off today, my God. There is a theory that the first ever king of Kaken participated in this lives on after death in the winner of each war. A secret thing this does, really. So every king in the past is actually alive, so that's the way. Because they won. And they're alive, okay, maybe. Maybe. This limitation is the important information that will affect the results of the battle for succession. It will take 2 months for the black whale to arrive at the new continent, and 12 days have already passed, not even 2 weeks. We have a month and a half left. The ceremony in which the current king will formally announce which prince will succeed him is scheduled for right after we disembark. The deadline for resolving the succession battle is the end of the voyage, right? The terminating succession within that time frame is non-negotiable. If there is no sole survivor by the deadline and the ritual fails to be completed, the Hyogo royal family will fall from power. Bam! The deadline has to be met. The deadline must be met and the ritual process must be fulfilled. If that doesn't happen, then the power of the Nen beast of the successor will not be enough to maintain governance over 1 billion plus people, meaning that they will fall from grace. Beautiful. And of course, Togashi takes the time to give everybody a reaction. Whoa. Did no one even thought about that? That's crazy. Supplication and prayer to the gods. Making an offering to the gods. Celebration of the spirit of the dead. Theocracy, the unity of state, sacrifice, and governance. Pray for national prosperity and pledge to vow. Sacrificing the lives of kin as testimony to their commitment. Gather together the bodies of the princes who died and form a sacred energy convergence. With the massive power generated ministry. Yeah, bro. Like, that actually is kind of crazy. Like, there is a lot. In fact, the amount of Nen that requires. Bro, hold on. Then how powerful is the Nen beast of Hyogoro right now? If this process happened in the past with Hyogoro himself, what the fuck? How OD is Nen beast? Fall from power? A change of government? The ability to adapt through the ages and manipulate the masses are enhanced by Nen. Without this, it would be inevitable. Wouldn't the risk be greater if failing to meet their deadline resulted in everyone's death instead? Why a fall from power, not annihilation? The concept of a soul survivor already fulfills the vows. It's like a JJK binding vow done right. The concept of a soul survivor already fulfilling the vow to put their lives on the line. Depraving all choices during the ritual would be enforcement. That's the opposite of a new of an limitation. Yeah. 1 month 18 days, 13 hours, 46 minutes, 29 super seconds. Or 29 seconds. A choice must be left open for them to not carry out the ritual to completion. It's part of the risk that more than one prince is allowed to survive. Leaving this avenue for the weaker participants puts the ritual itself in a vulnerable position. This way, the risk that the ruler may fall into ruin is limited to the time limit. And here we have over here. You're bringing this up? You're basically egging us on to hurry up and kill those lower princes. Stop. And one more thing. I have another crucial announcement. Yeah. 14th Prince Wobble is not eligible for the succession battle. He knows that that Beyond the Tarot has one of the princes, because that's what Beyond's daughter told him. One of the princes in the succession war is Beyond the Tarot's kid, not Hyo's kid. Yeah, he's probably lying, but he's lying with information that no one else knows but Beyond's kids. That's it. 14th Prince Wobble is not eligible for the succession battle. Huh? Yo. Bro. I mean, Oito right there, if she was having relations with Beyond the Tarot when he was screaming, "I will take you there." Nah. That's OD. That's OD. That's either a face of shame or shock, or both. We'll see. But actually, yeah, that may mean that so for a chat. That may mean that she doesn't have, or Beyond doesn't have, Wobble doesn't have an Nen Beast. If he doesn't, if he does not, if he doesn't, oh wow, and if that's true, then she's like, what the fuck? If she does not have a Nen Beast, Wobble, that means that she's not worthy. She's not of the line. Every kid, because the 13th prince has an Nen Beast. And he's hella young. He's not, an infant, but he's still very young. Beyond took her there? Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is the Hunter x Hunter chapter. A very good chapter. So this actually moves things like further along than you'd think. Because this is all pre-Benjamin. Going AWOL, going apeshit, 1. And then 2, it looks like they're really hell-bent on, or at least Kirby is really hell-bent on not only is he ensuing chaos among the high-ranked princes, but also he's trying to keep Wobble safe. The idea is to make sure that Oito and Wobble is safe. But what he said about Nen is correct, though, right? It's like, the entire process of all these folks, of the entire country and everything, is very important for the Nen system, yes. So the timer is the journey itself. You guys have 2 months to get this done, or a month and a half. But Wobble is not part of the process. He is not a legitimate successor for the crown. Or she. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's it. We got through an hour, 10 minutes. Okay. All right. I mean, to be fair, I did do like a lot of recapping, so everyone understood what was going on. So we had a good frame of reference here. But okay. That's it then. We are good to go. Kawi chapter, lots of yapping. I mean, but that's Hunter x Hunter. I think actually it's a very good chapter, actually. Because the last part not only explains how powerful the Nen system is, where of course people understand that, you know, what do you call it? Like death after death, Nen is very powerful. But Kirby's Nen is also powerful because of his vows. His vow that if he uses Nen, his Emperor Eye on anyone other than the Phantom Troop per se, like for attack, then he would die. One, and like the Emperor Chain thing, and then two is that you see how with his Emperor Eye or his Stealth Dolphin, if he has that up for too long, then he loses his own lifespan. But it makes his Nen very, very powerful with these, you know, vows. And in this case here, for an entire nation of people and the royal family, that whole system is also incorporated to the Nen of the royal family and the emperors and rulers. So I thought it was actually very good. Explain the whole system. But then also, he's trying to give Wobo the out here because he now knows, I believe it is involving Beyond the Tarot, where there is now an illegitimate prince. And he's going to claim that it's Wobo, where Beyond and Wobo, like Beyond is Wobo is Beyond's child, all right? She's Beyond's kid, and that would be his way of saving Wobo from the entire process. But we already know in the future of this moment that Benjamin is already trying to speed run the slaughter of all the princes. So you have to read the chapter in the Second Prince and the Have-Nots. I mean, I remember that Camilla had elite soldiers that were tasked with cursing every prince. I do remember that. Yes, I remember them. Though I forget their faces. Like, there's a bunch of faces that like you get for certain people. I just can't remember them all, so it's not possible, bro. Like, there's 23 cats in the Haley family, I have to remember, or the Holly family. And then I need to remember like all of the guards from Basalminko's boys. I mean, from Benjamin's boys, and then from Camilla's group. Like, there's no way. There's no. It's not possible. Not possible. Okay. Either way, Beyond or Nasubi don't matter. Only the queens that make the prince legit. No, it's not true. Because the queens can be part of the family, but you still, it's a patriarchy, right? You have to be. I mean, Oito, I think herself even says it. Oito says that you have to be a descendant of Hyo himself, specifically him. I believe there's a chapter where she says that exactly, like bar for bar. I think hold on. I think it's like 10 chapters ago, actually. Like, she says that's how it works. And then Beyond's daughter says there is an illegitimate child that's running for prince. Like, you can be a prince, but you're not a prince of Kaken. Or like, you're not a, only the wives of, only the wives of Nasubi. Fair enough. But I don't know if she was the wife of Nasubi when she had Wobo. I think it was this chapter. One of the princes Beyond's child. That's what I think. But is that really possible? Kinoito, what's the requirement for a prince to participate in this section? To be qualified, they must be born to Nasubi Hyogoyo's lawful wife. Okay, fair enough, true. There's a true technicality that mentioned that parental lineage, but I mean it couldn't be. Unless they're actually going to use that against them. Well, okay. Maybe it's because they make the mistake that I just did, where, okay, they assume that because they're not Hyo's flesh and blood, that they are illegitimate. Potentially. We'll see. And also, it doesn't make also like a lot of sense as to why Netero would also want Beyond Netero would also want his king to rule Kaken. Because this chapter you kind of see like the entire process of Kaken in order to attain this powerful Nen beast or like fortify their rule. Nen is involved, and it's involved in a very fundamental and powerful way. So okay, yeah, fair enough. She just said that it's a technicality. Our father is well prepared, cunning, and greedy. And with his much prepared time, it's conceivable that he will make everything. All right, so we'll see. We'll see. Because Kubrick is saying what he's saying about Wobo, but I'm pretty sure it has to involve what we got in this chapter about beyond having a kid. And in fact, even, you know what it is too? Zhang Lei's like that as well. Not think about it. Fair enough. Because he's also a technicality. Because according to him, the mafia boss of I think it's the ZU, that's his dad. And he has an NBs too. But I don't think folks know that. Yeah, the onion guy, exactly. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. But to be fair, I guess for Kurapika's sake, he could say, hey, he's not legitimate because he has no Nen Beast. Obviously, there is no Nen Beast around Wobo. There's none. Whereas with every other prince, there is a Nen Beast. To be fair, Nasibi is that is Nasibi's brother. So they are related by blood in some way. But Zhang is not Nasibi's Zhang is not Nasibi's kid. That's his nephew, technically speaking. Okay. So we'll dive more into this obviously when it comes down next week. Back at it again for Hunter Boys. Feels pretty damn good. No doubt about that. Normally I would stream more today, but I want to do some other things for video creation and so on. So I'm going to call it a stream for Twitch TV and for YouTube, okay? Back at it again in a week's time for Hunter. We're doing the viz on Monday, okay? Every viz on Monday, okay? That's going to roll, okay? So, to ask you about the rules, I'll be fucking hilarious. All right. That's what I'm going to look out for a prince that might be beyond shot. Exactly. Hulkenberg is also technically, he adopted the queen. Oh, shit, maybe. I don't know. Gaming tonight? Well, no, I'm actually going to do a Patreon stream for tonight on Wednesdays. Though, actually, if I have time, I may game for a bit before. I might game a bit before for a few hours. That's it. Only for a few hours, though. So I'll let you guys know. All right, either way. I'm see you guys later. Yeah, One Piece, House of the Dragon. We just started the show From. So I may want to start early for Patreon tonight and roll through some of those shows. Because, From had a very good episode 1. And also, we're almost done with Baki, too. Baki has 3 episodes left, so I may want to finish that as well, too. So we'll see. All right, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Hunter's back. Feels very damn good. Until next time, have a nice one. And stay cool, because at least in my area, it's going to be hot as fuck. Hot as hell. We have like 100 degrees coming up soon.